It's the same stuff. It's just adding words. So this is number 6. Put number 6 at the top of your paper. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 says a water bottle is filled only 2/3 of the way if the bottle has a radius of 1.5 inches and a height of 8 inches. Determine how much water is in the bottle. It doesn't say a shape. It doesn't say the shape. You need to know what shape a water bottle is. A cylinder, not a sphere, because that would be weird. Okay, so it's a cylinder. So we're going to look on our blue sheet. We're going to look for a cylinder. Now you have 2 options. You have surface area and you have volume. Is it talking about the outside of the water bottle or is it talking about the inside? The inside. So that's volume. So we're going to use V equals big B H. If you want to draw a picture, you can draw a picture. A cylinder looks like this. You don't need to if you don't want to, because some of you guys like are terrible at drawing. Me too. Look at that. It's okay. It's fine. Mine's not great either. But if you want just like a picture to use, you could draw a picture. How do I find the capital B? How do I find the area of the base? Perfect. Pi r squared. If you don't know that, if you look at the circle formula on the blue sheet, it says area equals pi r squared. So we're going to plug in our number. How much is my radius? 1.5. So in your calculator, do 1.5 squared times pi. How much is big B-ish? 0, not 6, 7. Technically, it doesn't really matter, but remember, just keep your calculator, like keep it in the calculator. Don't clear your calculator. Try not to clear it. So we're going to say that. I'm going to plug it in. The big B is always area of the base, so you either have to use length times width or pi r squared. How much is my height? What? 8, because it says the height of 8. So in the calculator with the whole decimal, we're multiplying by 8. $55. Because it's 548. If you just put 0.5, that's fine. This is 4.8, so I put it as 5.5. Now that is the volume of the entire water bottle. Okay, but it says it's only filled 2/3 of the way. So some of these will have an extra step. Instead of being filled up all the way, it's 2/3 of the way. So it's like about here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, it's not filled all the way to the top. So what should I do with my volume? Nope. Not divide by 2/3. Nope. 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 Multiply by 2/3. So we're going to take the volume and I'm multiplying by 2/3. Because it's already a fraction. So I'm going to multiply by 2/3. So using the whole decimal again, times by 2/3. If you clear your calculator, honestly, it's fine. I'm going to have on your quiz like a couple estimated answers. So the final answer is 37.699. So we'll say 0.7. So if you're worried about your rounding, just try your best and then I'll work with it. It's fine. You just need to learn how to round by your units. Oh, we have a whole year to learn that. How do we feel? That one wasn't too bad.
All right.
Try number 6. So try number 6. Jump down to number 6. Try number 6. Try number 6. You have a quiz on Wednesday. Try number 6. Try number 6.
Put it in challenge. So it's
That's very much.
Yeah.
So
$70.
But,
You
want to set me right there? In respect to.
Say, like, turn this guy.
Oh, what the two items,
number 6. Gotta put this on Wednesday.
7 square,
Yeah.
4 on.
Yes, after you try to 6 meetings.
Times that one.
Yes.
Pick up to one.
Yes.
I know, man.
No.
Yes, you have to split 14 in half. You cannot use 14 for number 6 because 14 is the diameter. You need to use the radius for number 6. You should be using volume because you're filling the cup with sand. So you're talking about the inside of the shape. Number 6. Oh, you're filling it all the way. Because it doesn't say 2/3, doesn't say anything, so it's just regular volume. So some have an extra step, some don't. This does not say it's only filled halfway, so you don't have to multiply by a half or anything at the end. How much is Big B? Good. Don't clear your calculator. You're going to keep it exactly the same. And then I'm multiplying 153.9 times the height, which is how much? 8. So I just multiply by 8. In this case, it does not say it's filled up 2/3. It doesn't filled up a halfway. It's just you're filling up the cup and it doesn't say anything specific. So your answer is the whole volume. So some will have an extra step, some will not. It's okay. You just got to read the problem. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 says Christy is going to wrap a present for her sister's birthday. The dimensions of the gift box are shown below. If it costs $2.25 per square yard to wrap, how much will she spend in wrapping paper? So what shape is this? Okay, what 3D shape? A cube, which is a prism. Because if you look on here and there's no cube, you have to know it's a prism. It's a rectangular prism. Are we talking about surface area or are we talking about volume? Because it's the outside. So we're going to use this formula. I'm going to start just by copying it. Surface area equals 2 big B plus pH. Off to the side, we're doing the same thing. You're always going to have to find big B off to the side. The shape of the base is a square. Should I use pi r squared? No. Length times width, which is 7 times 7, which is 49. So that's big B. How do you find capital P? Perfect. We're adding up the base. So 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 because it's a square. So how many does that make? 28. So you're going to plug in. So take a second, plug in 49 to B, plug in 28 to P for perimeter. What's the height?
5.
5. So take a second, you're going to multiply them, and then you're going to add them together. I think this is 98. How much is 28 times 5? 140. So you add them together, you get to what? 238. Now, that's technically 238 square yards. If it cost $2.25 per square yard to wrap, what should I do with that number and the 225? Times it. We're going to multiply it. So we're taking 238 and we're multiplying by 225 because it costs $2.25 per square yard. And I know a lot of you don't understand, like, conceptually how much a yard is. Yes. So this is $535.50. So I don't know what she's wrapping, but it's massive. Okay. This is 7 yards. 7 yards. So maybe she's wrapping a car because it costs $535.50 to wrap. Okay. Think about this. There's like 3 feet in a yard. If this is 7 yards across and 7 yards across, 5 yards high, that's like this room. Okay. Honestly, I made this. I took the problem from like the test that they want me to give you, and then I changed the numbers, and then I didn't think about it until after. Get off your phone. So like the numbers don't really make sense, but it's okay. Just wrong with it. Fine. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3 says Aman is selling Egyptian pyramid souvenirs to tourists. He is wrapping the sides of the pyramid figurines in plastic with a design. Determine the lateral surface area of the pyramid. Now, this is technically new. Does anybody remember from middle school what the lateral surface area of a shape is? No. No, of course, because you remember nothing from middle school. The lateral surface area would just be the sides, okay? It's just the sides, not including the base. So anytime it says lateral, lateral is just the sides. So just the sides. This is no base. Sides only. So we're going to start by just looking at the pyramid formula. Since we're talking about area, we're talking about surface area. Pyramid surface area formula. Look at your blue sheet. What is the formula for surface area? It's big B. B, H, little s. Okay, so we are not talking about the base because we are just talking about the lateral surface area. So do I need to find the B at all? No. So basically, I can just cross this guy out. I don't need him at all. I'm just finding the back half of the formula because I don't need the base at all because there's no base. I'm just wrapping the sides. So I just need to plug in my capital P and my slant height. How much is my slant height? 6.3. How do I find perimeter of the base? Adding up 4, 4, and 4. So P is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, or 4 times 4, which is 16. So take a second, you're just multiplying these together, and then that's it because it wants the lateral surface area, so you don't need to include the base at all. How much we got? 50.4. Because you got to cut it in half. So it's 16 times 6.3, which is like 108. Cut it in half. Multiply by half. Why don't you try really quick number 8? So flip to the back, try number 8. Take a minute, try number 8. It's a cone. It's a cone, but they might be a problem. Please on Wednesday. Work quiz and test for some.
No, we don't need this.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it.
Yeah, you don't need the base. So lateral. So find some formula on your blue sheet.
You have to remember that. What is it?
Yeah, the blue sheet is. Yes.
I don't.
We have to do 13 plus 13.
Yes. Go over here and straight over.
All about it.
There's an extra one.
Because you have to.
So to call, you can either use that one or that. I would choose the top with the HMS. But they're both the same thing. So there's two surface area formulas for a cone. I like to use the top one because it's got the HS instead of the L. But either one's the same thing. So try number 8. Help your neighbor. Don't just say it's easy.
Is it like good?
Yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah.
This one is circulating the last few.
How do you find a circle? Wait, this one you don't even need. You don't have to do that. You're just doing pi times r times slant right.
Wait, you're doing pi?
What's hard?
Okay. The formula you should be using. You want to cover the paper on the outside of the cone because you don't want to do germs to germs, okay? It says an ice cream cone is covered around the curved sides to prevent germs from transferring from the employee to the customers, which makes sense. If you go to Chick-fil-A and they give you an ice cream cone, it's got the little piece of paper around it, so that way they're like employees' germs aren't on your ice cream cone, hopefully. Determine the amount of paper needed to cover the lateral surface area of the cone, meaning the sides of the cone. So you're using surface area, but you do not need the base. So you're just using pi r slant heights. So what's my radius? What's this? What's the radius? What? No.
13.
13. It's already half. Slant height is 30. So 30 times 13 times pi.
I got one to the.
Oh, yeah, wait. So you wouldn't run.
And I'm 1,000. I think so much. I thought I said.
I know, she was like, so I was like, my lunch.
Okay. Let's go back to the front. We're almost done. We're going to do literally one more problem together. Huh? When he gets back. So for number 4 is the last one we're going to do together. It says a baseball has a surface area of 16 pi inches. Determine the radius of the ball. So what formula should I be using? Volume or surface area? Surface area. What shape is a ball? A sphere. What's the formula for a sphere? Good. Now, this one's weird. This is technically an Algebra 1 standard. It's called a literal equation. You're solving for the missing unknown. You know the answer. They tell me the surface area is 16 pi. So I can plug that in, not to the radius, but to the surface area. So I'm going to plug that in over here, and I have to work backwards to solve for the radius because it says find the radius. So what should I divide both sides by? 4. And also, notice that they both have a pi. So the pi's really just cancel each other out. I'm going to divide by 4. 16 divided by 4 gives me how much? So I have r squared equals 4. How do I get rid of the square? Square root. So how much is my radius? Perfect. Try number 5. So it's working backwards because if you were to plug this back in and check your answer, if you did r squared, which is 2 squared is 4, 4 times 4 is 16. So it should give you back the answer.
So you do.
Number 5, you do get a decimal, but it's okay.
You have to be on. You did not.
81 pi is the surface area.
Number.
Start by finding your radius. Which looks a little weird. It's like 20 point something.
It's 4.9.
So you square root, you get radius is how much? So the radius is 4.5. You times by 2. Why do I have to times this one by 2?
Because radius is the diameter.
It says determine the diameter. So radius is half, which is 4.5. Diameter would go all the way across. So I need to times by 2. So my diameter is 9. Sorry, I spelled that wrong, but whatever. You know what I mean. Diameter is 9. Just like whenever we're doing a problem and it gives you the whole distance of the circle, you got to cut it in half because that's a diameter and then that's a radius is cut in half. So if I'm given the radius and I need diameter, I'm multiply by 2. So start working on number 7. Okay, we're not skipping any problems. You have, I think you have 2 more word problems, and then it's going to go straight into your quiz review. Your quiz review is just like the quiz, but the numbers are slightly different. So work with your tables. Okay. You're going to take a picture of just the back and turn it in online to Canvas later. Okay. Yes, you're doing the rest. All of them. Yep. There's only 2 word problems on your quiz, but start practicing the word problems first and then go into the quiz review. You have plenty of time to do this in class. Do it now. Get it done. Let me know if you get stuck. What's up?